Hey guys, if you're looking to relocate here in Colorado and buy new construction, you're gonna wanna grab your cup of coffee, sit down with me and pay attention. Look, you probably heard of those new build rate incentives, right? Well, it's not always the deal you think, and if you don't understand it, it can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. If you're relocating and really considering a new build, you're going to hear a lot about builder incentives. In fact, on this channel, I'm gonna talk about builder incentives, especially rate buydowns. And yes, some of them are totally legitimate, but others are designed to keep prices high while shifting risks to you. And guys, believe me, the new build rep you're gonna meet is super friendly, but they're not your friends. Their job is to protect the builder's margins, not your long-term finances. In this video, guys, I'm gonna show you how these incentives actually work. And lastly, we're gonna talk about the exact questions you need to ask before you sign any builder contract that friendly builder rep puts in front of you. This way you don't end up overpaying and regretting your decision years from now. And stay to the end so I can get you that list of top 5 questions you need to ask every builder before signing on the dotted line, just to be blindsided by extra costs you didn't expect. All right, guys, when you hear me talk about a 3.99% or 4.5% on this channel, chances are it's gonna be one of those big corporate builders. The reality is they have big pockets, and what they do is they go buy money in bulk at a specific discounted rate, and then they use those funds over time, not just in Colorado, but through all of their communities nationwide. Some of your smaller builders, they just won't be able to compete with these type of rates. And the reason they're able to do this is because they're volume-based builders, meaning they build a ton of homes throughout the year nationwide, and that's how they make their money. They don't make their money on a small batched high-price home. They build a ton of homes at an approachable price, and because they're so big, they have the deeper pockets to purchase money at a discount and take a little bit smaller of margin in order to keep that volume going. And that's why, guys, you're seeing those aggressive rate incentives by these builders. But are they too good to be true? Should you run away from a 3.99% rate, or should you actually truly consider it? Well, let's talk about that. For a lot of us, we kind of feel like there's a little shadiness going around in that the builder is actually building in back-end fees to cover these rates. In reality, is sometimes that is true, but I'm gonna tell you how to decipher the truth and ultimately negotiate like a pro. So let's ask the question, are these rates too good to be true? And guys, my answer is yes and no. Let's face it, if these builders didn't have these aggressive rate incentives and enable you to buy down your payment from here to here, only other way they could incentivize you to build and sell enough volume for them to make a profit would be to just lower the price. And so some would argue, and I don't necessarily think they're wrong, that with these low rates, they're artificially increasing price. And well, on the other side of that argument, that means you might be paying more than the house might be worth if you were buying at market rates. But they're not good to be true in times when that monthly payment is actually comfortable. And because of that rate incentive, you're okay paying those artificially higher prices because the level of home you're getting with this rate incentive is so much greater than what you would be able to afford and purchase in the resale market. And so for a lot of buyers, even though there might be an artificial price increase, at the end of the day, the house still has to appraise for the value you're paying for. And really what you're signing up for is not the price of the house, but your monthly payment. That said, we do have to be careful on both sides. And that's why, guys, our people are calling us to help them navigate not only the Colorado market, but new builds so that we can help you guys make a smart decision. So reach out, our number is down below. And guys, I'm gonna give you a hack that you absolutely must have before buying a new build. This hack is ultimately going to help save you from an incentive that is just fog and mirrors. You know, that rate incentive or the closing cost incentive that builders actually just bake into costs on the back end. Yeah, how do you actually decipher that? Well, here's the hack that could potentially save you thousands of dollars and help you avoid a costly mistake down the road. What you're going to do is when you purchase a new build, first off, you're gonna call our team. We're gonna help take care of this for you, but we still wanna put you in a position of power of knowing how to do this yourself. When you go to purchase that new build with a 3.99% rate with that builder's lender, what you're going to wanna do is have them give you a a loan estimate. And when you get that loan estimate, we're gonna connect you with my lending partner, who's the best of what they do. And we're gonna have them, no obligation, no attachment, compare that loan estimate with their loan estimate to ensure the builder isn't baking in extra costs to cover your rate buy down. Ultimately, guys, we wanna find that true, genuine 3.99% rate that you're not paying for in those hidden fees that you don't even know to look for. And guys, that's why it's so important to partner with a professional like myself who specializes in new builds, understands them like the back of my hand, and will help you navigate this move when you relocate to Denver. Now you know your way around rate incentives and how they work. We're going to take this one step further to ensure you make a smart real estate decision when going into new builds, because it's not just about rate incentives. And guys, remember, stay to the end. We got a list of top 5 questions that's going to ensure your success in purchasing a new build. But before we dive into that, let's talk about how to ensure you make a smart real estate decision. Guys, I want to tell you, take the rate and still negotiate. Now, okay, I know that rhyme was a little cheesy, but really, you want to take that rate and incentive, but that doesn't mean negotiations have to stop there. Ultimately, guys, with Colorado's market softening, I see builders trying to sell the home for way more than it might actually be worth. And so what we do for our clients is we take the price that the builder's giving us, we take the incentive, and we weigh that against not only what existing homes are selling for, but other homes that have actually sold in that community. And guys, I'm telling you, there are times where I'll see the same exact home you're looking to purchase that had sold for 10, 20K less 2 months ago. And so by knowing to look at comps and realizing that you do have the opportunity with most builders to negotiate so that you're not overpaying for that house. Now guys, look, I have amazing relationship with my new build reps. Most builders are actually quite amazing in the way they take care of people. And there's less builders that are deceiving you and building in back-end costs than you might actually think. But even with that, guys, it's just always a good move to hire a high-level professional. Whether it's me or somebody else, you just want to make sure you have somebody that knows to ask the questions that you don't know how to ask. You want that agent who's peering over your shoulder, making sure that you're not misstepping and walking into something that you're going to regret later. And guys, one of the things I tell all of my clients to do, and this is a really big tip, is to make sure you don't just look at one builder. I'm telling you, if you find one builder and you love them, still look at 1 to 2 to 3 other builders just so you can compare the different product types. I've taken buyers who are absolutely head over heels for a builder. They absolutely love the house. And 4 builders later, that first house that they thought they loved is at the bottom of their list. So always look at different options, because there's definitely some different products, price points, and quality that can completely sway your decision and help you get into the perfect house for your needs. Last but not least, guys, and this is a big one, look at the full picture. A builder might give you a 3.99% rate, and on the surface, it might look like you're saving a ton of money on your monthly payment. But after their tax rate and HOA, it eats up all the savings to where you might be better off looking at a different community altogether. That's where my top 5 questions come into play to make sure you're protected, making the best decision possible, and ultimately getting into a home that you not only love, but protects your wealth years down the road when it comes time to upgrade or downgrade and sell the house. So before we get into these, guys, get a pen and paper, pause the video, come back, and you're gonna wanna write these down, because even though you're gonna call us and have us help you through this process, we always wanna make sure you are up to speed, and the better you understand this process, the better our partnership becomes. And guys, stay to the end of these 5 questions, because you're going to wanna watch the video that we're gonna put on the end screen. Question number 1, what incentives do you have as a builder, and what are the options to use that incentive? Meaning, whatever the incentive the builder is offering, it can typically be used a couple of different ways, to either the interest rate, to the purchase price, to your closing costs, so you have to bring less cash to closing, and last but not least, sometimes to the design center, depending on which builder you're going with. And so don't take the incentive at face value. Always question and figure out how to best allocate those funds to set you up in the best financial position possible. Second question, guys, this is an easy one. Most people don't know to ask it, but always ask your builder rep for these 5 things: fridge, washer, dryer, landscaping, and fencing. Most builders here in Colorado don't offer those with the standard price. A lot of times we have already pre-negotiated those in for our clients, but again, we want you to be aware of some of the things that most buyers don't know to ask, and when they could have gotten all of the bells and whistles, they're ending up having to go to Home Depot to buy their own washer and dryer and fridge and paying that heavy cost out of pocket for landscaping. So if you guys aren't just already calling us at the numbers below, these are the questions you're going to want to ask to save yourself thousands down the road. Next up, you guys always ask for the tax rate. You want to know what the taxes of this new build are going to be, because look, you might have looked at 4 builders. It's ultimately between 2, but one has a grossly higher tax rate than the other, and that might be the make or break for you in some of these communities. And guys, I'm going to give you a bonus question to ask here in a second that also has to do with taxes. But next up is you got to ask, what is the HOA fee? Not only do you have your monthly payment in your taxes, but you also want to know if there is an HOA fee, how much that fee is, and also what they cover. And last but not least, always ask the builder if they allow for third-party inspections. Most all builders are going to say yes. If you find one that says no, you might want to turn and look the other way, because if they're not that confident in their product to allow you to have a third-party inspector come in, then guys, that's a yellow flag and something you ought to pay attention to. And now for the bonus question. And guys, before you get into this bonus question, we just want to encourage you, as you are looking to relocate in Colorado, first off, subscribe to the channel. We're doing informational videos, but we're also doing live in-person vlog tours of all these different new build communities. Not to mention, guys, we have already negotiated incentives, prices that you just might not get if you're going along into these builders by yourselves. And so we encourage you guys, reach out down below so we can help you make this relocation to Colorado a reality and do it in the easiest way possible. And guys, for your bonus question is ask the builder lender if they're building into your monthly payment the tax rate that will be after the house is built or before. This is an important distinction because the way taxes work here in Colorado is the original tax amount will be based on land, not the land and the house. And so after the house is built, your taxes are sure to go up. And you want to make sure that when the lender's running numbers, they're not basing it off the taxes of just the land, but also the house. That way, when you get that monthly bill, it is exactly the way the lender planned it, instead of walking into a surprise where it's $400 more a month because they didn't allocate the taxes right on your estimated monthly payment. Guys, you're going to want to check this next video out, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.